Hi everybody, thank you and watching my channel, my videos at Newsome. I highly appreciate that, and I hope you are enjoying the content. Please, if you have any questions you want to ask or respond to any of the content in the article that I discuss about, please freely do so. I will be really happy to see that and try to respond to that. So, as living in the global crisis and current situations, we have been affected in all various ways, such as keeping a social distance from friends, family, public places, travel plans, retail and store shopping, bars, schools and colleges shut down, and all of the favorite things that we used to do out and about. So, obviously, we cannot be social distancing from food. Right? So we all have to eat. And a lot of us depend on restaurant foods, but now as the dine-in option is, not available, at least we can do takeout still, and that still has not changed for a lot of the restaurants. So the restaurants are responding to expanded pickup and delivery options, and, we should really support our local businesses while putting good food on the table for our families. So, during this pandemic outbreak, the market for restaurant takeout and delivery is on the rise throughout the country. For all of us who are homebounded, a meal from your favorite restaurant can bring in comfort, pleasure, and of course, happiness. Small businesses are now left with the only choice of being dependent of income coming from takeout and delivery. And this is the only way for them to sustain themselves. And now I'm sure the first and most important question comes to our mind is it still safe to order in? And the answer actually is yes. We know that research on COVID-19 is in the beginning stages, but according to guidance from the CDC, there is no evidence that it can be transmitted through food. And the main risk experts have agreed on is that when getting meals or even groceries delivered, is that the delivery person might sneeze or cough on during the transfer of that food or item, but that's still considered safer than going and getting it out yourself. So the main truth is that there is no procedure of obtaining food. It's completely hazard-free. But according to Daniel Schaffner, who is a professor of food science at Rutgers University and who's an expert in microbial food safety, he said that the risk of not eating still outweighs the risk of eating. And Dr. Donald Schaffner also said to rely on restaurants that have been awarded as the top rating from their local health department, which means like having a good practice under any circumstances. And also after that, try to reduce your risk of infection by asking the delivery person to drop the order outside and then leave it before you actually receive it. Then you want to unpack your food, dispose the packaging, and then wash your hands properly for at least 20 seconds or more, and then eat. So the leading delivery marketplace now offers a no-contact delivery option. And the customer can also tip electronically instead of exchanging cash. Now, the outbreak is modifying food delivery across America with upscale restaurants, bakeries, cafes, and butcher shops, figuring out how to feed people and make them happy while, us stranded at home. So let's see how some restaurants are facing new challenges in such desperate times. One example we have is a restaurant in San Francisco's Mission District, which is only 1 year old, and it's called Prairie. Its menu consists of specializing in meats and seasonal vegetables grilled over charcoal. Anthony Strong, who is the restaurant's chef and owner, said that the virus has hit hard over here. Now, what he has done, he has converted the dining sit-in area into a general merchandise store and stocking in items like fish and meat from the restaurant's suppliers, and as well as pastas and sauces, heat and eat dinners that are made by the restaurant cooks, and even toilet paper, which he has bought in bulk, and he's selling it actually at below retail prices. Wow, amazing. They're really giving it all in, whatever the most that they can do. And another example we have is called a restaurant called Coach. Yeah. So it's actually a Michelin-starred first New York City Korean barbecue steakhouse, and their cooking centers mainly on tabletop grills. And they're famous for their Butcher's Feast, which they are attempting for delivery and changing the name under Butcher's Bowl. So from Butcher's Feast to Butcher's Bowl, because now it's takeout. And their meal consists of a layer of rice topped with 3 cuts of prime beef, kimchi, and pickles. The restaurant's owner, Simon Kim, said, "We wanted to stay true to what we offer, which is a higher quality steakhouse experience while preserving income for our staff." So, guys, check the websites and social media pages of your favorite local restaurants and, see what they have to offer at such times, and you would actually be surprised. The National Restaurant Association estimates that the industry has already lost more than 3 million jobs, and it actually anticipates that a large share of independent restaurants may never reopen again. So here's what you can do to keep your favorite restaurants up and stay up going. One is to order from independent small business restaurants. Secondly, order food directly through a restaurant's website or app, or directly just, call them for delivery. And third is buy, gift cards. They're actually very helpful. They usually don't expire, and you can use them anytime later on. This way, their profits of the restaurants are being somehow covered for their daily expenses and monthly expenditures. And all of these factors will bring in a lot of revenue for our local businesses. And we really do hope to see them soon up and happening and, up and going after all this outbreak has been resolved and, people have settled down, have started to get back to their lives again in their, normal old-fashioned way. Yeah, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's content.